We're here at Estill Circuit Court, where the hearing just let out for advanced disposal, the landfill, and Estill Fiscal Court, who were originally seeking damages. However, the damages were tabled for the moment as the judge issued a 90-day preservation order on 3 acres of the Blue Ridge landfill in order for more testing to be done on the radioactive material that was allegedly dumped there in 2015.
All this month, get up to $50 off any Android smartphone from Appalachian Wireless. Any Android you desire. All $50 off with 2-year agreement. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless and East Kentucky Network Company.
We caught up with Judge Executive Wallace Taylor after the hearing, as well as the counsel for the fiscal court, to get more information.
I think we were successful today with getting on the 3 acres. That we can actually get in and do some expert testing in that particular area, and hopefully we can get to the additional 7 acres. So we'll know exactly what's in the landfill. You know, we're just based it on what we're being told. One of the last reports I had, there was only 47 loads. Then I find out in the last few days there's 92 loads. So what is actually there? And as long as they continue to add to the landfill, it would only make it more extremely difficult for us to get to it and finding where it's actually located. It's mainly a trust issue that we want to prevent that from happening again, but we want to know what we're dealing with now before we can attempt to whether to move the stuff or if there's something else there. You know, with the concern that one of the lawyers mentioned there today with the if it came in liquid form, what if the drills go through that? If they would have been up front with us when it happened, they would just cease and stop that area and say, here it is. This is what we found. But they didn't.
The final ruling was a protective order in favor of Estill County, our clients, to preserve evidence as to 3 acres of the property. The court also is giving us deadlines to submit additional briefing if we want to modify that order so she can hear additional evidence. We may seek to expand that order to cover the entire 7 acres at issue.
Because it seems like there was a lot of discrepancy about the numbers and the facts. So do you think this 90 days is enough to get all the facts needed to move forward?
Yes, I do. I mean, at least with respect to the motion, obviously we're going to engage in discovery and get a lot more facts and evidence as we get further along in the case. But the 90 days is certainly sufficient for us to do that right now.
The original plan was to kind of talk about damages today, but we didn't get to that. So can you speak to that a little bit?
Yes. The damages issue, we decided to table that in light of the briefing that was filed because it was so voluminous. It was filed at the last minute. It would require testimony. So it was one of those matters that may come up at an additional hearing after those 90 days. So we have a hearing in November, and we plan to come back with additional motions in front of the judge and provide evidence. She gave us briefing schedules for that, and we'll be prepared to go when we get here in November.
Clad in green, concerned citizens of Estill County showed up in solidarity at the hearing to see what the ruling would be involving the waste, which until the order was laid down today was still being dumped on. The Energy and Environmental Cabinet had sent in their corrective action plan within the past 2 days regarding the waste in the landfill, and 2 representatives were in the courtroom to answer questions. WBON-TV did not get a chance to get a statement from the defense after the court adjourned. The next hearing is set for November 10th. For WBON-TV, I'm Marisa Hempel.